Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Older men don't realize that younger women are absolutely 100% into them. Younger women are naturally drawn and attracted to older men. This is just a fact of Mother Nature. This is pure science and history. Okay, so one of the questions a lot of guys will ask me, like, well, how do you know if a younger woman likes you? There's a really, really simple answer, and I'm serious. It is so obvious. She's talking to you. The problem with the Western male is you have been lied to and brainwashed since you were probably a teenager, definitely through your 20s and 30s. You were always told by now here it is. It's a lie. It's a lie that has been propagated for a long time. That's just not true. It's if you just take a look with your real brain at reality, you're gonna be like, wow, that's not true at all. Okay, I had to lower the music there a little bit. I'll probably lower it a little bit more in about a minute. Over the years, I've been an award-winning life coach, an award-winning dating and relationship coach, and I've written 5 books on dating and relationships. 2 of them are for women, Why Men Just Don't Get It, and Every Woman's Battle, The Need for Love and Emotional Fulfillment. If you want to start there, guys, those books, they're shorter books. They're about 66 pages each. They're about $11 each. They're really easy reads. You could probably read each of them in an hour. Now, in these images, I'm about, I think, 36 years old, and these were Hooter girls, by the way, these 2 right here. I kept in touch for a little while. I'm not going to lie, I didn't date them for any length of time, and this is Tanya and Paul. Her name is Apple. They're from Thailand, okay? I keep in touch with Tanya still to this day, and this is a Russian girl. We were at not quite a billionaire's home in Oakland. There's a part of Oakland that is extremely wealthy, and so let me tell you that story just a little bit. Now, there's something called internal awareness that I do. It's called grounding. When a woman sees this in a man, she will be drawn to you. Now, I was with my friend who is a multi-millionaire. We were at his friend's house, the Oakland Hills. If you know anything about the Oakland Hills, that's where the rich people go. And my friend lives in Piedmont. If you know anything about Piedmont, that's where the money's at. Now, this was a big room. She came in from the front room. And my friend goes, oh, here she comes. I looked, I was like, oh yeah, she's coming right for me. She walked right in, right around the big table, right around all the people, boom, right up to me. Now here's the deal. I was by far the poorest person in that room. Now here's the deal. That t-shirt I was wearing, I bought a 3-pack for $30, okay? So, and all these other people wearing like their $3,000, $5,000 business suits and, leather jackets and... So here's the deal, guys. You really think it's about money? I am telling you. Even my friend just goes, I don't get it. Everywhere we go, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a party, everyone wants to talk to you. It's because there's something that I teach to you in my course, Crack the Female Code. Now, it's not one little thing. It's a series of techniques and conditioning techniques that I walk you through, coach you through, and condition you through that get you to be in this state, this emotional or energetic grounding state, okay? When you learn how to do this, it literally draws people to you. And women, it's like a magnet. They cannot resist it. First thing I said to her, I said, if you're looking for money, you got to go ask one of the other guys. I'm broke. And she laughed, no, I'm not kidding. I am not rich at all. Now, from that point, I'm just doing internal awareness. I'm grounded, and I'm doing some right brain communication. I'm barely even trying right now, to be honest with you. And it didn't matter. She gave me her number. I didn't even ask for it. So when me and my friend left, he goes, why would you tell someone you're broke? I'm like, I got the number, didn't I? I'm telling you, if you have to rely on money, you are screwed 10 ways from Sunday. You have just, it means you have no power. You have no pull. So they're not after you, they're after your money. Now she realized, she looked at my clothes and she's like, shit, he's literally wearing a pair of tennis shoes, jeans, and a fucking cheap black t-shirt. She knew I wasn't lying. She knew I was telling the truth. If you have to rely on money, I guarantee you, they're not going to date you for you. They're not going to have sex with you because they're attracted to you. They're doing it because they're trying to get in your pockets financially. That's not a good place to be when it comes to women. There's something that women want so badly from a man, and men have no clue what it is because we're not neurologically wired to understand what this is. You think see, everything that you think it is what you're attracted to because you're wired that way. So you assume, well, she must be too. No, she's wired in the opposite direction for romance, love, and sex. And I teach this in my course, Cracked Female Code. It's expensive, but it's worth it. It will shift your entire reality, and it will put the power into your hands. So now you're not begging for love, you're not begging for sex, you're not paying for sex. Literally, when you do this, women will not let you pay for dinner. They will pay for it. All right, let's get back to how do you know when a younger woman is into you, likes you, is attracted to you? So number one, how do you know? She approaches you and talks to you. If a young woman is engaging in a conversation willingly of her own device versus you walking across the room and talking to her, well, if she does engage at that point, she is attracted. But I'm telling you, if a woman starts a conversation, asks you questions, she is interested. That's why she's talking to you. A lot of older guys, because, okay, I'm going to get to the second part. Because you've been lied to and brainwashed your entire life through movies, TV commercials, and from women, this is all you've heard. Oh, well, that's not natural. That's not normal. No, it is natural. It is in their DNA. It's in our DNA. It is in Mother Nature. It is Mother Nature's design. I remember as a kid, middle school, 8th grade, all the middle school girls wanted to date the high school guys, the older guys. And then when you got to 9th grade thinking, okay, now I'm a high school guy, I'm going to get the girl. No, now the 9th grade girls are going after the seniors. And so are the 10th grade and 11th grade girls. And I'm like, okay, well, what's going on here? So once I became a senior, yep, that's right, the senior girls were chasing the college guys. Then when I got to college, yep, now they're chasing the business guys in their 30s and 40s and 50s. So you can see it with your own eyes. You don't need some scientific study, and yet there has been a lot of human behavior studies that say, yes, back in the old days, especially the caveman days up until about the early 1900s, it would behoove a young woman to date an older man because he had social connections, which means social power, which means he had more financial power, which means he had more food power, meaning he could protect the family because he had connections and he could gain more food. Okay, and in the modern era, if you have more, it still applies because if you lose your job, you've got all these guys that, hey man, I can get you a job at my place. So you become a better provider, and that's what she's looking for when it comes to a child. You're like, well, I thought you said it wasn't about money, Mike. It's not, and that's the weirdest thing. You could become a multimillionaire on your laptop, but if you don't have any social connections, if you don't have right brain social influence, she's not going to be attracted to you. That's the weird modern thing where men are like, something's not making sense here. You're right, it's not just about money. It's about the mating system, and the mating system does not see money, banks, grocery stores, silos, storage, food centers, farms, any of that stuff. It only looks at you and watches the way you interact with other human beings. And that's the right brain function. Most men are stuck in their left brain, which means automatically, she's not going to be attracted. But what if you're older, Mike? If you're stuck in your left brain, she's not going to be attracted. You have to learn how to open up to your right brain. So who propagated this lie? Women. Because women's sexual prowess or power is when they're young, between 14 years old and about probably 27 or even younger. Once a woman hits 29 years old, she realizes when that little 16 or 20-year-old girl walks in the room, all the men look at her. They might have been paying attention to her, but the minute that younger girl walks in, now this is something I've read in books on, not sociology, but human behavior. This is just a natural fact of Mother Nature. And if you were to be honest with yourself, so would you. But the problem is we've been conditioned. Nope, don't say the truth, don't see the truth, don't talk about the truth. And that's why a lot of people don't like my channel. I talk about the truth. So who propagated this lie? Older women. Because once a woman hits 36, 37 years old, she's going downhill fast. Women are already over the hill when they hit 30 to 31 years old. They're already over the hill. So when women go through this phase, they get angry. And then they turn 40, they get angrier. So what do? Well, the right brain's all about manipulation and influence. So they use that and they tell men, oh, that's wrong, that's wrong. So they realize, like, well, you got to tell boys when they're young. We've got to put it in movies. We got to make sure the message is sent. Don't date younger, that's wrong. No, Mother Nature wired it for younger women to mate with older men. Here's the thing I don't think you understand. Younger women get sexually turned on when they see an older man. Your graying beard turns a woman on. The wrinkles and cuts and scars around your eyes turns a woman on. Your hair that's getting grayer and thinning turns a woman on sexually. It tells her you have more wisdom, you have more life experience, which tells her mating system that's going to be a better male. He's going to be better to protect, provide, have social connections. He's more likely to be right brain, etc., etc. So she's going to approach you. By the way, she is already sexually turned on. She's approaching you because she likes you. She already wants to have sex. So a lot of men will take her questions as almost like she's just being polite or here's how you don't take it. This is an invitation. She's inviting you. I've seen men, say 45 years old, where a 22 or 24-year-old girl will approach him and start a conversation. He's just talking to her like she's a little kid. Hey, oh, yeah. And it never even crossed his mind. And this girl's throwing herself at him. Now, he couldn't recognize it because of the societal brainwashing that's been thrown at him. Well, she's too young for me, Mike. She wouldn't be approaching me because she likes me. Younger women don't like old. Yes, they do. So even though every woman in the room is like, holy shit, she's making it so he doesn't see it because you have been brainwashed and blinded. You've been conditioned not to allow yourself to see reality. And I'll walk him like, why didn't you ask that girl out? What are you talking about? She's not attracted to me. I'm like, why do you think she walked all the way over there from across the room up to you in a beeline? Women don't do that unless they're really turned on. The other mistake men make is our mating system has a nerve that connects to our optic nerve, which connects to our eyes. So we are attracted to visually pretty women. Women are not. See, we like it when they don't have bags under their eyes or wrinkles on their face, right? Women like it when you have bags under your eyes, when you have little crow's feet on your corners of your eyes, when you have scars, when you have stuff like that. When you have graying beards, if you have gray flexion, the first thing I do, I get the side of my head shaved really. Here, actually, I'll pull up a picture. By the way, this is a former client of mine, Adam. His life turned completely around. I've got a lot of videos on him. If you want to see more interviews of Adam, let me know. I took this picture about 2 weeks ago approximately. See all that gray? Women love that. See the wrinkles? Women love that. This is good. Here's another thing. When you have a little bit of a belly, now I don't mean obese where you can't walk around or something like that. But when you have a man bod is a guy who basically works out, but he's got a little bit of a gut. Okay. Now I don't mean some big, but some women, it's the bigger the gut, they're more attracted to. And I'm going to tell you, when I turned 36, 37 years old, I realized I was done competing in boxing and kickboxing and sports in general. So kind of, started to let myself eat a little bit more and didn't diet like I used to. And I started getting gray flecks on the side, and I would get my hair. Oh, by the way, I cut my hair short like that because when it's shorter, you can really see the gray. Okay. And so I was 36 years old, 37. Actually, I think I was 37. I was in an ice cream store with my goddaughter, and we'd already gotten our ice cream. We were sitting down, and this young lady walks in with her parents. Now, she was about 16 years old, walks right up to me, ignores my goddaughter, and stares right at me and just blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, holy shit, her parents walk in. For some reason, the parents didn't even look. It was the weirdest thing in the world, yet they're right there. And I'm looking at Cindy like, fucking save me, do something, talk to her, because it was really uncomfortable. So she's giggling, she's grinning. So I was kind of a little bit rude to the young lady. Said, hey, I think your parents, they're waiting for you. And I said, I'm talking to my goddaughter. I really just boom, hey, because I didn't want the father going, hey, what the fuck's going on here? Because I'm like, Jesus Christ, there's a little freaking kid. That's how natural it is for younger women to be attracted to older men. Now, I'm not saying to date younger women at that age. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is if you're 50 years old and some girl who's 28 years old or 25 years old wants to talk to you, I am telling you, she's attracted to you. This is Mother Nature calling. Now, the female mating system's connected to the right brain. So when you have wrinkles, little scars around your eyes, when you have gray hair, gray beard, this is highly attractive because her mating system curves off to the right brain's communication center. This signals to her that you have a broader perspective on life, that you have wisdom, that you've experienced a lot of things, which means you're going to be able to provide and protect and take care of the family better. That's what triggers her mating system. You think, but Mike, I'm a male. This is the way I think. I know. It's not the way she thinks. It's not the way she's wired. You have got to get this bullshit, but I've got to be a good-looking guy. I've got to be young. No. The reason why your mating system is wired that way is because Mother Nature's saying, hey, you don't want to mate with a woman who's dying of cancer, dying of old age, who's so skinny she can't reproduce a baby, because the baby's going to grow inside her womb. Mother Nature said, look, you've got to find a youthful, healthy body if you're going to impregnate her, because the baby's going to grow inside that body. If the body's not healthy, the child won't be healthy and may not even make it to birth. You have to understand, this is the way Mother Nature wired us. It's a benefit to her to date older. It's a benefit to the child if you date younger. This makes a strong, healthy, intelligent baby and good-looking child that can reproduce down the road. Facts. Mother Nature. Science. Alright, just to be clear, the reason why this lie was created is because older women begin to lose their sexual power, and therefore they get less and less choice, to the point where a lot of them don't even have sex, they can't get married, and they're pretty much screwed. So what do? Well, they're going to fight for a male, and they're going to do it any way they can, even if they have to lie. Okay? Fact is the matter. If you're going to be honest with yourself, men are not attracted to older women. We're just not. We are highly attracted to younger women. This is in our DNA. It's a hard wiring by Mother Nature. It's not some societal guilt trip. And that's what they do to you. That's the lie. Mother Nature knows what she's doing. Ask any woman. They will tell you that. That's it, guys. If you want to get started on this course, buy my book, Crack the Female Code. It's about 500 pages. It is a very well-written, scientific NLP, Ericksonian hypnosis, unconscious mind mating system. It will break it all down, and it will teach you techniques and things that you never knew existed. And you'll begin to understand what is the actual code. There's an actual code to the female's mating system and heart.